Welcome to Synagogues of Latvia. We start out in the city of Daugavpils. It is the second largest city in the country with about 85,000 residents. The largest is, of course, Riga. It's located in the southeastern portion of Latvia. It's also referred to as Dvinsk. Few Latvian Jews returned after the Holocaust. Most of the synagogues are in effect museums today. Jelgava, or also Mitava, at one time had a synagogue, but we can't show it to you. This synagogue is from Lipaja, which is in the west coast area of Latvia, with about 70,000 residents. It was also known as Liboy or Libov to Yiddish speakers. There is no longer a Jewish community in this area. Here is the synagogue in Ludza, after it was most recently recreated. It was called the Great Synagogue of Ludza, and it was the oldest wooden synagogue in the Baltics, built in 1800. Rezekne is in the eastern part of Latvia and has about 28,000 residents. Known as the Green Shoal, it was originally constructed in 1845, and ironically, a major renovation was done in 1939 before the Nazis invaded. It was again renovated in the 1970s, but in 1990 it was closed down due to an emergency. It reopened in January 2016 and services are once again performed. This brings us to the city of Riga with over 640,000 residents, and it is the capital of the country set on the Baltic Sea. We're looking at the only surviving shoal from the Nazi destruction. It is the Petov. The reason it survived and was not destroyed is because the Nazis felt that it was too close to other buildings and didn't want to damage them, so they used it as a warehouse. After Latvia gained its independence from the Soviet Union, this synagogue suffered damage in the 1990s. It was restored in 2009 and is in use today. There is also a Lubavitch Chabad presence in Riga, and it's located here. Our final stop takes us to Yermala, which is just west of Riga and has about 48,000 residents. At one time, this building was a shoal. It was built in the 1930s, called the New Synagogue. After World War II, it was converted into a children's sports school. Today, the building is not in use. Here is another synagogue building. It was called the Great Summer Synagogue, and it was built in 1904 and remodeled just before the war in 1939. It was eventually converted into an indoor marketplace, but it is no longer in use. It is treated as a museum piece, so it cannot be destroyed. We conclude our look at the Jewish presence in the country of Latvia. There are still several other countries in Europe to check out, so bye for now and see you real soon.